Hi, this is 365801 and I'm doing my hashtag 25 days of manga. This is the video for the doll. Which manga character you relate to the most and why? As you can see, I've chosen The High School Life of a Fudanshi. This is by Atami Michinoku, who has several other works, mostly BL, yaoi type ones, published in Japan. But this is the one that's been brought over, and it's a yonkoma or 4-panel comedy or gag manga. And I have chosen this one because it's one that I really do relate to a lot. There's 5 volumes. I'm waiting on volume 5 being delivered. I'm so looking forward to it. I will probably reread volumes 1 to 4. In fact, I could just do that just now because I really do like it. It's so funny, it's hilarious. So I'm waiting on volume 5. I have volumes 1 to 4. They're really comedic. There's some really great artwork. They're very fun and colourful and bright. The artwork's really great. The gags are snappy. When I'm reading it, sometimes I can hear what the Japanese would be or would have been, and for me that makes it even more relatable, because I can hear their tone, I can hear what they would have said or how they might have said it in Japanese as well. Now, why it relates to me or why I feel like it's the manga that I relate to the most is because it is the story of Sakaguchi, the one on the cover on volume 1. And he is a burgeoning Fudanshi, someone who is gradually becoming more and more aware of BL culture and BL media, and he's more and more enthusiastic about it. And of course, the enthusiasm, that sort of fanaticism of the fandom of anything in Japan, and that's what was really amazing about in Japan, is when you find someone who is a fan of something, when you get them talking, they are so enthusiastic. So I think otaku get a bad rap because generally when you hear the otaku, they're very enthusiastic about manga and anime, but there are otaku of a lot of things in Japan. So if someone really loves something, they're so enthusiastic and so excited about it. So because I'm Scottish, when I went there and I met a few older people, one person worked in a pie shop and I was excited to see a pie shop, so I went in and he was talking to me, you know, asking me where I was from, and when I said I was from Scotland, he said, "Oh, Bay City Rollers!" and was so enthusiastic to talk about the Bay City Rollers. When I went on a holiday, it was a really fun holiday, it was one of the best holidays I've ever been on, and it was in Mojiko. And I went to have the very famous yaki curry. Oh my god, it was delicious. And we had it at this lovely little sort of mom and pop restaurant type place, and the older lady who worked there, she was asking us where we were from, and when she heard that I was from Scotland, she just went, "Oh, Annie Lennox! I went to see her! I went to see her! She was in concert and I got to see her! She was just amazing!" She was going on about Annie Lennox. So when you find Japanese fans, they are fans for life, and they are so enthusiastic and so positive about whatever it is that they love. Their love is so strong, and so that's something that I really found. Anyway, Sakaguchi has found that his love is BL, and it just mirrors so much of my life, because he is discovering things in the series over the course of the 4 volumes about how to buy things and how to purchase things, and how devastating it is when you don't get the lottery, and how you try to go to the machine for the tickets for the event and it has to be bang on 10 o'clock, but you have to be somewhere at 10 because you're a high school child, or you know, or you work for a living. And luckily it's on a Saturday, but you have to find a convenience store to get, you know, all these things about the hoops you need to jump through to get the things that make you so unbelievably happy. And he's learning all of these things. He's learning about Twitter, which wasn't really so much available when I was in Japan, but we have we had other things, and so the social media aspect is something new that I'm still discovering, so I could still relate to him being on Twitter and seeing something and posting about it and the likes and all of that kind of thing, which I've started to get really excited about. It's just so mirrored my life in many different ways. So he's a Fudanshi, which is the male version of a Fujoshi. So I would say mine was the high school life of Fujoshi. I wasn't a high school student though, I was the teacher, so there is a teacher in this as well. So on volume 1 you can see Sakaguchi, he's the main one, and on volume 3 you can see the other character, which is the female character. You can see all of the different things. Nishihara. Nishihara is described as a thoroughbred BL because her mother is a BL fan, and she has sisters as well who are BL fans, and so she is a thoroughbred. I just absolutely loved hearing that she was described as that. So she's like the fountain of knowledge, she knows all of these things. So when she was talking about how to do things to Sakaguchi and educating him on the way of BL, I could hear in my head going, yes, that's correct, yes, she's absolutely right, you need to do this, or you have to do that, or of course you get there 3 hours before it opens and make sure you've got cold packs and cover your whole body so you don't get sunburned, and or wrap up really warm and have all the heat packs in your pockets, and so many things were so funny because I lived through them. Even their high school life, even the classrooms and the furniture and their daily life there as well, and how they would be talking about things, was really similar to things that I experienced as well. They also I've loved the camaraderie of how it shows how much of a community it is in Japan, and how you can be on the train. I loved it when they were going to the events, like Comiket, and they were in the train in the morning. It was ridiculously early and the whole train was mobbed, and of course everyone was going, and that sense of community, that sense of camaraderie you get when everyone around you is the same as you, and it just feels lovely, and you're in this safe and wonderful and inclusive and loving sort of atmosphere. And even as a foreigner, that's still something that I experienced, it's still something that I felt. So I did go to lots of events and things, and it just reminded me of all those fantastic things that I did. So this is like natsukashi, it's very nostalgic, but at the same time it makes me feel really like I'm related to it. It's like my life story. It's a fantastic series, it's so funny, it's really well done, it's really well observed. So I'm desperate for volume 5. I really hope that it comes soon. In fact, I might just make a cup of tea and start reading volume 1 again. I know I'm supposed to be going through all my TBR, but I really just want to sit and have a really good laugh, and yeah, I think I'll do that. The High School Life of Fudanshi by 7Cs, who are doing such great work with their fabulous titles. I am absolutely astounded that they chose this one, but it's just such a great title. I'm so grateful. Thank you 7Cs for putting this out and for putting it with such fantastic quality. The quality of the binding and the printing is just really great. I absolutely love the funny things at the back. You can see a dojinshi a day keeps the Fudanshi at bay, like little sayings and little funny quips as well. Really, really worth getting if you're interested at all. You will have a really good laugh. Even if you just know BL culture, you will have a really good laugh at it, because it is exactly what it is portraying. It's really good. It's a bit more modern though. I feel like I'm missing out a little bit of the more modern Japanese BL life. One day I'll go back, it'll be good. So this is the one that I liked, that related to my life. Both Sakaguchi, who is volume 1, and Nishihara, who is on volume 3. both of those characters I relate to a lot. Maybe you will relate to the other characters who are looking on with aghast. They're just so fantastic. Do check it out if you can, and Merry Christmas!